Today, we're meeting the first ever fully electric Cayenne, and Porsche clearly decided to skip the whole take it slow phase of electrification. They dropped a massive performance bomb into an SUV that already had a reputation for picking fights with sports cars. This thing launches with the kind of instant torque that makes your brain question basic physics. And if you're not ready for it, you'll swear someone pressed fast forward on reality. But raw speed is just one flavor of what Porsche cooked up here. Step inside, and the Cayenne Electric feels like a luxury tech lab that just happens to seat 5. You've got a full-width digital cockpit, a passenger display that lets your co-pilot spy on your navigation, and a head-up display that overlays directions like augmented reality breadcrumbs. Even the small stuff is wild, from the ambient lighting animations to the way the panoramic roof fades its tint. It's futuristic without drifting into gimmick territory, which is a hard balance for any EV this loaded. Of course, this thing stirs the pot too. Porsche fans love their combustion thunder, and this quiet, ultra-refined EV evolution is going to split the crowd. The price won't calm anybody down either, because the Cayenne Electric positions itself confidently at the premium end of the EV world. Still, it pushes forward with the kind of engineering ambition that made the brand famous. So whether you're here for face-melting acceleration, next-level cabin tech, or the drama surrounding Porsche's bold shift to electric, this Cayenne makes sure you have something to talk about. It sets the tone for what Porsche thinks the electric future should feel like on the road.
Exterior design and styling. Take a good look at the 2026 Porsche Cayenne Electric, because this is what happens when a brand famous for combustion sculpting decides to reinvent one of its icons around airflow and electrons. The classic Cayenne shape is still here, but every surface has been sharpened, smoothed, or tucked to slip through the air with less drama. Porsche didn't chase wild EV weirdness. Instead, they refined the familiar silhouette until it practically glides visually. Up front, the first thing you notice is the cleaner face. There's no traditional grille, just a streamlined nose that feels purposeful rather than blank. Porsche sculpted subtle channels and contours to manage airflow, making the Cayenne Electric look focused even when it's standing still. The HD matrix LED headlights frame the front with a crisp, technical expression, throwing out a sharp signature at night that feels unmistakably modern Porsche. Along the sides, everything is tucked in. The flush door handles sit flat against the body, reducing drag while giving the SUV a more sculpted, almost concept car look. The shoulder line is smoother, the roofline is more deliberate, and the whole profile feels athletic rather than bulky. The aerodynamic wheels contribute too, especially the carbon insert options, which look like rolling pieces of engineering art. At the back, you get the signature full-width LED light bar, now even slimmer and more precise. It stretches cleanly across the tail, giving the Cayenne Electric a wide, planted stance. It's the kind of detail that instantly elevates the rear without shouting for attention. One of the most subtle exterior touches is the hidden charging port tucked into the front fender. The panel opens cleanly and closes flush, keeping the body uninterrupted whether you're plugged in or out on the road. It feels intentional, like Porsche wanted every square inch to serve both form and efficiency. Overall, the exterior design blends heritage with aerodynamic purpose, giving the Cayenne Electric a presence that is sleek, modern, and unmistakably Porsche. Every angle feels refined, and the electric platform lets the designers emphasize proportions that make this SUV look even more confident on the road than ever before in motion. Interior and comfort. Step inside the 2026 Porsche Cayenne Electric and you can tell immediately that Porsche treated the interior as a clean slate redesign rather than a minor update. The new generation cockpit layout wraps gently around the driver, creating a space that feels focused and modern without drifting into minimalism for the sake of it. Every control you actually touch has intention behind it, and every surface feels like it belongs in a flagship SUV. Porsche offers a mix of premium leather choices along with sustainable material options that don't feel like a compromise. Instead of trying to look eco, they look properly high-end, with tight stitching and a soft, dense feel. Whether you go traditional or sustainable, the cabin gives off a sense of handcrafted precision that fits the brand's reputation. The front seats are a highlight because they don't stop at being comfortable. They're heated, ventilated, and equipped with a massage function that ranges from gentle relaxation to firmer pressure patterns. Long trips feel noticeably easier, and the bolstering keeps you supported without being restrictive. It's a balance many performance SUVs never quite get right. Move to the back, and things get even more impressive with the rear executive comfort package. Passengers get reclining seats that provide genuine lounge-like posture, along with expanded cushioning that turns the second row into the spot everyone fights over. For family trips or chauffeured rides, the experience feels unexpectedly luxurious. Above you, the panoramic glass roof brings in a huge amount of natural light, but the real trick is the dimmable tint. With a single touch, it transitions from bright and airy to a soft shaded glow, adapting the cabin to your mood or the weather without needing a physical shade. Because this is an EV, Porsche doubled down on cabin insulation. The result is a quietness you notice immediately. Reduced wind noise, softened road texture, and a calmer overall atmosphere. It makes highway cruising feel refined even before you factor in the electric powertrain's lack of vibration. To finish the environment, the ambient LED lighting wraps around the doors, dash, and footwells with customizable themes. It shifts the personality of the cabin from sporty to serene in seconds, giving the Cayenne Electric an interior that feels truly adaptable to any drive or any driver. Technology and infotainment. Inside the Cayenne Electric, the technology package feels like a complete rethink of how a modern performance SUV should operate. Front and center is the triple-screen setup, a crisp driver display, a large center touchscreen, and a dedicated passenger screen. Each one serves a different purpose, giving the cabin a command center vibe without drowning you in complexity. Porsche's latest driver experience interface ties everything together, responding quickly and presenting menus with clean logic. It works alongside an AI-powered voice assistant that can handle navigation, climate settings, or simple tasks using natural speech, making the system genuinely useful rather than flashy. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, and over-the-air updates keep the software fresh long after you leave the dealership. The advanced AR head-up display projects navigation cues and speed information directly into your line of sight, blending data with the road in a seamless way. For maneuvering, the 3D surround view camera system stitches together a remarkably clear model of the car and its surroundings, making tight spaces easier than expected. On the move, adaptive cruise with lane centering maintains smooth gaps and gentle steering corrections, adding confidence on longer trips. And when it comes to charging, the smart route planner evaluates traffic, elevation, and battery temperature to recommend ideal stops, keeping the experience efficient and stress-free. It shows how far Porsche has pushed digital integration without losing the driving focus that defines the brand. Every feature feels intentional, blending clarity with capability. Even complex systems remain approachable, giving both tech-savvy drivers and newcomers the confidence to access everything the car offers. It creates an environment where information supports the drive instead of distracting from it, turning everyday moments into something. Practicality, cargo, space. Practicality is one of the biggest surprises in the 2026 Porsche Cayenne Electric, because the new EV layout finally frees up space in places where the previous model had limitations. Starting at the back, the trunk is noticeably larger than before, thanks to smarter packaging around the rear motor and battery. You can feel the extra depth and width when loading luggage or gear, and the floor sits flatter, making it easier to slide heavier items straight inside without awkward angles. Move forward a bit, and the split folding rear seats add even more flexibility. Drop them individually or all at once, and the Cayenne Electric turns from a family SUV into a cargo hauling machine. Porsche also carved out underfloor compartments that are perfect for storing charging cables, smaller bags, or anything you want to keep out of sight while still being close at hand. The gains inside the cabin are just as noticeable. Thanks to the revised platform, rear passengers get improved legroom and headroom that make long trips feel less cramped. Even taller adults can settle in without negotiating for space, and the seating position feels natural rather than squeezed by battery packaging. Of course, being an EV, the Cayenne Electric offers one more practical perk: a front trunk. The front trunk provides a clean, easy-access spot for items you don't want mixing with the main cargo area. It's not massive, but it's incredibly convenient for quick-grab essentials, groceries, or small travel bags. When your hands are full, the power-operated cargo hatch steps in to make life easier. A simple button press or foot gesture opens the rear automatically, revealing the expanded space and making loading straightforward. It closes just as smoothly, sealing everything behind a clean, flush tailgate. Altogether, the Cayenne Electric proves that performance and practicality don't have to be opposites. The thoughtful storage solutions and improved passenger space show how well Porsche adapted the SUV's design to the advantages of an electric platform, giving drivers more room to work with every day. This balance makes everyday driving easier while enhancing the SUV's usefulness in practical ways today. Engine and performance specs. Performance in the 2026 Porsche Cayenne Electric isn't just about going fast. It's about delivering power with a level of control that makes this big SUV feel unexpectedly precise. Standard dual-motor all-wheel drive gives every trim instant traction, and depending on which version you choose, you're looking at anywhere from roughly 500 horsepower to more than 750. That spread means the Cayenne Electric offers everything from confident daily strength to serious high-performance capability. Acceleration numbers tell the story just as clearly. Porsche projects 0 to 60 times between 3.4 and 4.8 seconds, depending on configuration. The instant torque makes the launch feel nearly effortless, and the power delivery stays smooth instead of overwhelming you with a dramatic jolt. It's quick in a way that feels engineered rather than showy, which suits the character of the Cayenne Electric perfectly. The backbone of all this performance is the 800-volt electrical architecture. It allows ultra-fast charging that gets you back on the road quickly, and it keeps heat under control during high-demand driving. Range estimates land between 300 and 370 miles depending on trim, giving the Cayenne Electric solid long-distance capability despite its power output. To help manage energy, Porsche includes multiple regenerative braking modes. You can dial in lighter resistance for natural coasting or stronger settings for more controlled deceleration and battery recovery. The high-capacity performance battery also features advanced thermal management, keeping temperatures stable whether you're fast charging, cruising long distances, or pushing the SUV hard on a back road. All of these elements come together to create an SUV that feels balanced and confident no matter the situation. The electric platform adds a low center of gravity that benefits handling just as much as straight-line performance. You feel the weight, but it's managed so well that the Cayenne Electric stays composed even during aggressive cornering. Drivers who want effortless speed will appreciate the smoothness, and those who enjoy precision will notice how consistently the power is delivered. It's a rare blend for a vehicle of this size. It feels impressively cohesive overall. Driving dynamics. Driving the 2026 Porsche Cayenne Electric feels like Porsche tried to prove a point. An electric SUV doesn't have to behave like a heavy appliance. It can still feel athletic, responsive, and genuinely engaging. A big part of that comes from Porsche Active Suspension Management, or PASM. The system constantly adjusts damping to keep the Cayenne Electric planted, smoothing out rough roads while staying firm enough to handle spirited driving. It reacts quickly, so you feel supported without being bounced around or disconnected from the surface. If you want even more flexibility, the optional air suspension adds ride height adjustment. This lets the Cayenne Electric lower itself for better aerodynamics on the highway or raise up when you need extra clearance. It's subtle in day-to-day driving, but the adaptability gives the SUV a calm, composed feel whether you're cruising, climbing a steep driveway, or moving quicker through corners. Rear axle steering also plays a major role in how surprisingly agile the Cayenne Electric feels. At lower speeds, the rear wheels turn opposite the fronts to tighten the turning circle, making parking lots and city streets noticeably easier to navigate. At higher speeds, they turn in sync with the fronts, improving stability and giving the SUV a confidence you don't usually associate with something this size. Torque vectoring layers on even more precision. By actively managing how much power each wheel receives, the system helps the Cayenne Electric rotate through corners with a level of control that feels almost impossible for something weighing this much. It never feels artificial or forced. Instead, it subtly guides the SUV where you expect it to go, matching Porsche's reputation for predictable handling. Drive modes round out the setup. Efficiency smooths throttle response and maximizes range, making the SUV feel calm and effortless. Sport Plus sharpens everything with a more aggressive personality, heightening responsiveness and tightening the chassis, so the Cayenne Electric feels far more athletic. The differences between modes are clear, and each one fits a different kind of trip or mood. All of this is supported by the low center of gravity created by the battery pack. It anchors the SUV to the road, reducing body roll and giving the Cayenne Electric a planted and balanced feel. The result is a driving experience that blends comfort with capability, making the SUV feel composed in everyday scenarios and surprisingly fun when the road opens up. Pricing and verdict. When it comes to pricing, the 2026 Porsche Cayenne Electric plants itself firmly in premium territory. The expected starting price sits in the upper $90,000 range, which already puts it above many mainstream electric SUVs and right into the heart of luxury competition. That positioning is deliberate. Porsche isn't trying to chase volume or compete with entry-level EVs. This is their statement piece, their flagship electric SUV, and the price reflects the engineering and technology that went into it. As you climb the trim ladder, the numbers climb with you. The high-performance variants, especially those tuned for maximum power and acceleration, are projected to exceed $140,000. That might sound steep, but these versions deliver performance that puts them up against dedicated performance SUVs and sometimes even sports cars. For buyers who want the full electric Porsche experience, these upper trims exist to push the boundaries of what a large luxury EV can do. The real question is whether the Cayenne Electric earns its price. And the short answer is yes. It brings together an impressive balance of performance, luxury, and practicality at a level that's difficult to replicate. You get the speed and handling expected from a Porsche, but wrapped in a package that's more spacious, more refined, and more technologically advanced than any previous Cayenne. It's the kind of vehicle that feels equally suited for daily commuting, long-distance travel, or spirited weekend driving. Positioning it as Porsche's new flagship EV SUV isn't just marketing language. It sets the tone for what the company intends to build moving forward. The Cayenne Electric shows that Porsche isn't translating its combustion identity into the electric world, it's redefining it. You feel that in the driving dynamics, the cabin quality, the digital interface, and even the storage flexibility. For EV-era buyers, this combination matters. You're not giving up range to get performance, you're not giving up space to get style, and you're not giving up luxury to get capability. The Cayenne Electric threads those priorities together with a degree of confidence and polish that makes the price make sense for shoppers in this segment. In the end, the Cayenne Electric stands out not just because it's a Porsche, but because it's a fully realized electric SUV that can satisfy demanding drivers without compromise. It's bold, it's forward-thinking, and it feels like the benchmark others will aim for.